From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Brayden Neville.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Ticats Today for this Friday, July the 7th, 2023, right here on the Ticats Audio Network. The Ticats did their walkthrough today as the team enters those final preparations for tomorrow night's game against the Ottawa Redblacks. I spoke to Coach O, Matthew Shiltz, Stavros Katsantonis, Tyreik McAllister, and Simoni Lawrence following today's practice, and we will get to those guys shortly. But first, as always, we will get to some news around the team. The Ticats released their depth chart for tomorrow's game, and there's a few notables on that chart. On the offense, Matthew Shiltz will make his second straight start in relief of Bo Levi Mitchell. Shiltz spoke about the importance of getting in the win column tomorrow night, and we will hear from him later in the show. Tyreik McAllister will be on the receiving team and will also be the kick returner on that special teams in place of Lawrence Woods, who will be out of this game with an injury. McAllister's seen some action early on this season. It'll also be interesting to see what he can do in the kick return department. He was signed back in June, and he's turned some heads on this Ticats coaching staff during his time so far with the team. So it'll be great to see him out there in that different role, both kick return and receiving. Stavros Katsantonis will be making his first start this season at safety for the Cats. His last start came in the 2021 Grey Cup game, and he's a guy looking to take full advantage of the opportunity given here on that O-line. Colterwood Manzi will return to the lineup after missing last game with injury. I spoke to him earlier in the week about how much that break, that bye week, really helped him recover, get his body right, and just make himself available for tomorrow's game. Joel Figueroa is out on the O-line as he battles an injury, and on the defense, Jared Hewitt, number 99, will step in at tackle. So a few changes on the depth chart for the Cats, and I asked Coach O about some of those guys fitting into the lineup and more. Stavros is going to be making the start tomorrow. Just a little bit on what he brings to this defense and making that first career start.
Yeah, the game's never been too big for him, even as a rookie. He's a playmaker. He plays with great understanding. He's cut his teeth on teams, but he's been valuable enough to where in the past we've actually found packages for him to get in dime and stuff like that. So I know he's looking forward to it, and so are we.
And then McAllister now fits in as that kick and punt returner, as well as on the receiving team, a little bit on what he brings to that offense.
Well, that's still unfolding a little bit. He deserves some opportunity. Shuffled our lineup a little bit, and weren't able to accommodate two returners this week. And so he's going to, have full opportunity, and looking forward to seeing what he can produce. We
will get back to Coach O in just a second, but the biggest storyline of the week has been the return of Jeremiah Masoli. I've been talking about it. Everyone's been talking about it. A guy who did a lot for the Ticats, falling just short of winning the Grey Cup back in 2021. Coach O touched on playing against him and him returning to Tim Hortons Field for the first time, and he spoke about his QB, Matthew Shiltz, perhaps having a little more calmness in his second straight start.
It's tough, Tim, because I usually don't like to make comments about other teams. I will speak directly. I don't know what it means to Ottawa, but I can just tell you what he brought here, and it was always just a sense of quiet confidence. Not an overly boisterous person. He is a pro. He's a winner. He's just Jeremiah, and that just he's always authentic in who he is. Right, his preparation was meticulous, and it was fun to watch him develop. He has an awesome story, from almost being released to being on the practice roster to being traded, and worked his way up into one of the marquee guys in the league. So he's going to he brought all that to us, and as far as what he brings to them, I can't see it being much further from that. Yeah, I think there is. I think everybody has to shake off whatever it is that's on their mind or physically, those type of things. But I also think that there's more tape. There's more tape to prepare for, and so you can't stay the same. You got to be consistently getting better, because now there's a little mini book, if you will, on what it is that they think you do well and things that we didn't do well, and obviously also as an offense. So the more the tape travels, the more you're going to be able to prepare. But when it comes to that position, it's the hardest position on the field. You got to be able to make decisions on the fly, within 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds if you're lucky. So I do think that there'll be a sense of calmness with this year's team and for Matt in his second start.
That was Coach O. Now, Coach mentioned Tyreik McAllister. Tyreik has been playing extremely well and has earned himself an opportunity here to play a big role in tomorrow's game on the special teams as the kick returner and on the offense as a receiver. Tyreik spoke about getting that opportunity and just what needs to be done to win tomorrow. Tyreik, you'll be that kick returner for the game tomorrow. What do you bring to that special teams?
I'm just trying to bring some explosiveness, some stuff I've been doing in the past. Just trying to bring some life to the team. I know we've been struggling a little bit the past couple of weeks, but hopefully this week we can turn it around. And I'm just trying to bring that spark to the special teams. And
then likely you'll be having some time on that receiving core as well. What does this offense need to do to punch the ball in the end zone a little more this game?
I just think we need to focus in on what we need to do and just execute. That's all it is. Just execute when we get down there, not turning the ball over, and just making sure we get in the box. Nah, it's no pressure because at the end of the day, it's just football, you know what I'm saying? So we just going to go out there and play, and whatever happens, happens. But, you know, as a returner, you always you want to be the one making a big play, setting the offense up in good position. But, you know, sometimes it don't go that way, but hopefully it does this week. I just feel like if we come out and we do what we're supposed to do and we come out firing, the momentum is going to swing our way. We're going to be good.
That was Tyreik McAllister. Now another player who will be making his first start of the season and first regular season start of his career is Stavros Katsantonis. Stavros last played in the 2021 Grey Cup game and is hopping in place of the injured Tunde Adeleke at safety, and he spoke about making an impact in the lineup. Your first start of the season, how does it feel? What are your emotions heading into this first game?
Oh yeah, definitely excited. I mean, we're taught around here to prepare like we're the starter, so you know, I'm not too worried about anything, not getting too overexcited, just, you know, building on my preparation and the guys around me. You know, since training camp we've been a really tight unit, so just excited to get out there and ball with them. So
what does this secondary need to do to shut down that pass game with Masoli?
I think just do what we do, stay top down, making sure that we're making our plays when they're coming to us, and I think just making more game-changing plays is something that's going to really help us, making those plays where, you know, we obviously make great plays on the field, but just going that little extra mile, making that interception when we have the chance, getting that pass breakup in the end zone if we're in the red zone, just getting off the field. Yeah, I mean, we know Masoli's a great quarterback. Obviously, he was here. I was fortunate enough to be with him my rookie season. You know, and he's a smart pro-style quarterback. You know, he knows the CFL game. He's been up here a long time, so you know, we know he has a good deep ball and you know, good as any in the league. So, you know, we're just going to go out there and defend against him, and you know, just do what we do out there.
Just how important is it to get this first win on the board, first one out of the way, get the monkey off the back?
Yeah, definitely. I think we go into every game as if it's a must-win game. So when you go in with that mentality, you know, there is no real monkey on the back or anything like that. Obviously, you know, from the outside looking in, that's what it looks like. But to us, we're just going to go out there, you know, win this game, take care of business, and then keep building from there. Obviously, we do have a younger group, obviously in the secondary, and a lot of new faces on the defense. But you know, we're preparing every day, putting in, you know, long hours throughout the day, making sure we're watching film, you know, understanding our scheme, understanding our opponent. So you know, I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary. At the end of the day, it's football. You know, one team wins, the other team loses, and you know, it's just been unfortunate that we've been on the other side of that, and we're hoping to get on, you know, the winning side.
That was Stavros Katsantonis. Now Matthew Shiltz will be making his second straight start, and this is the guy the Ticats are hoping really shows out on Friday and helps this offense go over the top and get that first win of the season on the board. He talked about the team's preparation throughout the week and what needs to be done to get over the hump. All right, Matt, how has the preparation been this week for the offense leading up to this game tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's been great. You know, guys came back really energized after the bye week. We had, you know, 4 days of practice really to kind of get things right and get on the same page, build that chemistry even more here early on in the season. And we're all really excited to get out there and play in front of the home crowd again.
And what's something you need to be aware of with this Redblacks defense when you're playing them tomorrow night?
Yeah, they're a great bunch. You know, they're well coached. They're going to be physical. They're going to be flying around out there. And, you know, they're going to want to make plays. You know, they've had some success here early on in the season, so we definitely got to be aware of all the things that they're going to be doing defensively and go out there and execute. I don't think anything different than just that urgency that it's our next game. It's division opponent. It's at home, and you know, we're coming off a bye and we're rested, and a lot of the guys in the locker room are hungry. You know, we felt like we still haven't put our best football out on film, and we're ready to go out there and compete and show the league who the Ticats are.
That was Matthew Shiltz. Simoni Lawrence was also at the Ticats media availability, and he spoke about playing his old teammate Jeremiah Masoli and more. Game tomorrow against Ottawa, how important is it to get that first win of the season?
It's really important, especially in front of our home crowd. Where for a long time we've been known to play great at home, and we got to get back to that for sure.
And what needs to be done on defense to shut this offense down?
We're going against a really great quarterback in Jeremiah Masoli. He's a rhythm guy. We just got to get him off rhythm. And he knows CFL football, so, he's their star player. Jeremiah is one of those guys where it's like, even though he's on the other side, you kind of root for him, because he's such a great person, you know what I'm saying? And you know how much he loves football. So for him to go through all that and now have the opportunity to do something that he loves, I'm happy for him, his wife, and his children. I'll take a fair shot at him for sure, yeah. Yeah, he knows how we're built, I'm sure he'll try to embarrass me, and that's the same thing on this side. We need, I feel like as far as for the defensive side, in Hamilton, we're built on defense, That's why I got so famous out here, balling out and doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's what we got to get back to, no matter what goes on, usually you can count on defense to make some big plays, keep the crowd into it, keep the momentum going, and that's what we got to do. That's our job, get the ball back to our offense and, keep that crowd up because Hamilton loves to watch Hamilton defense. It's always about explosions. You want to limit your explosions throughout the game because, to be completely honest, in the CFL, all the teams are pretty close, you know what I mean? So if you can get rid of the explosions throughout the game, it's going to come down to the last 3 minutes to win. And the way you do that is just play top down and play confident, and make your plays when it's time to come. And execution's always big.
That was the vet, Simoni Lawrence. Big thanks to him and the rest of the guys for being on the show today. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do tomorrow against the Ottawa Redblacks at Tim Hortons Field. Tickets are still available, so make sure if you're looking to go to the game, you get those tickets before they run out. And a reminder, that drone show presented by First Ontario. It was postponed due to the bad weather at the Montreal Alouettes game. Well, it's back on, and everybody in attendance at the game is invited to stay afterward to enjoy the show. We will also be celebrating Pride at the stadium during the game. And on Saturday, during the Ticats pregame presented by Greenworks, we will have our Greenworks Listen to Win contest. It's super easy, super simple. Listen for the keyword, and somebody who gets it right will win a Greenworks 40-volt, 16-inch cordless lawnmower. I could use one of those right now. My grass is getting ridiculously long. But Tiger Cats pregame starts at 6 on Saturday at listen.ticats.ca. Can't wait for tomorrow night. That's all the time for me today. We will see you next time on Ticats Today.